I don't know how late we're going to be up, but we're going to do the best we can to grab some experience, I swear. Excuse me, I'm still working my nose here. Still very sensitive. Oh. The last couple of days, I've blown my nose so much. One box of Kleenex, a second box of Kleenex, a third box of Kleenex. In 1 week. That is how much my nose has hit me today. This last week. All right. But I have to get that in order because Remington's coming to do the trash. So at some point, he said he was going to take care of it. All right. For those of you who are interested in where we are and what we're doing, we are currently level 17. We have 11 levels of Paladin, 6 levels of Warlock. We are greatsword based. Oh, things are encoding. Overload must stop. All right, there we go. Me in the live stream chat. I have a feeling we're gonna get joined tonight by peeps. I don't know how many peeps or what peeps, but I want to be prepared. Rawr. All right. So anyway, the build. The build is going pretty good, all things considered. Overall, pretty pleased. A few things are a little bit off, but not a ton. And Raider is still level 13, so probably not going to be able to help Raider out tonight. But we'll see if he's up for the stuff. So I'm certainly not going to tell him he can't join. Certainly won't do that. Start turning on all these various things to make things happen. There we go. Anything else important that I'm forgetting? I don't think so. I think we're pretty solid. So one of the things that I want to get done right away is just in case we happen to get joined by Suma here, which I don't see Suma on, so I think we can safely assume that we're going to be able to, or we're going to be soloing tonight, but I won't say allowed to solo, but I think we'll be soloing. So I think that means the first thing I want to do is just go knock out that litany, which there's my sigil, so we're in good shape. Things do not feel right tonight. Things do not feel correct. No fresh tea tonight, just a fresh buble. A strawberry buble. Pretty good. Do I want to teleport to House P? Yeah, we'll just go to House P. We're not going to save that much time or cost ourselves that much time. So anyway, what made me late? Well, you guys got it. Today was the second/last presidential debate. So I wanted to watch it, and then my wife and I kind of talked about it a little bit, and then my son came home, and we talked about it a little bit. I kind of watched some of the post-debate coverage that I've been looking, that I tend to follow. This group, that group, and the other guy. And I was just kind of curious to hear other people's takes on things. I spent a lot of time yelling at the TV. I don't know if you guys did or didn't, but I'm not going to talk about it unless you guys bring it up, other than in general terms. But think this was a much more productive debate than the first, and I think no one will argue with that. If you hadn't watched it, I'm sure that you will have an opportunity to do so. It'll be all over everywhere, and you just have to go back and rewatch. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig into it unless people bring it up. In which case, then we'll talk about it, because what up? I'll talk about whatever. That's my jab. That's my jab, to talk about the things. All right. So let's see. If we knock out this, and then the last quest for the Sharn thing, we'll probably basically be ready to level again if we want to. I don't know if I'm wanting to right away, if we want to rack up some of this other experience, like from the cogs and everything. The other thing that we could consider doing is not doing... Oh, we missed our big attack. Where are you? Come here. Yeah, I missed our holy retribution. But personal news, the guys are coming down this weekend. Most of them are going to be in tomorrow, I guess. Tomorrow, Saturday, something. Not everybody. Will you come here, please? I saw that spell hit the wall. Well, there we go. How did the fact that I had my death ward running do so much value there? Seems like malarkey to me. Alright, we're gonna stand here and beat this quail, and then we'll move on. Quails in particular are guys that I don't like leaving behind me if I can help it. Everything else, not as big of a deal. Oh, I was unwise. Wasted the... I was trying to hit the 9 button, but again on my keyboard, for me, hitting 9 is not as easy as some of the other buttons. Dang it. Happens though. Alright. Oh, I know what I didn't hit. I didn't hit these buttons. Probably be pretty important, right? We're talking about adding in half my charisma modifier, so another 11 damage per attack. Seems kind of important. Clear this guy. Back this train up. Don't know if this healer will throw us heals or not, but I guess we'll find out. I mean, I know she'll throw us heals, but I mean the actual heal or restoration. Blink. The other thing that we're going to have to deal with is we're not going to be able to stealth this. We're just too heavily armored, etc. So we're going to have to probably do the fight. Not the end of the world by any stretch, but still annoying. If you would rather instead AFK and read Twitter the entire time. Like this guy. Also, I have some questions to answer for Patrick. I think I'll probably wait till later, not try to answer them now. But basically he was asking about my streaming setup, what's going on. I guess I'm pretty sure he shares a flat with people, and somebody has gotten into the streaming situation and is trying to figure out like my details of streaming, what my bandwidth is, stuff like that. I will tell you that don't think we get quite what we paid for, but I feel like where I'm at, I'm never gonna get what I paid for. Pretty sure that is a sad and real fact. Let's put her in attack mode. Oh, I can't. I'm still innovation for. Yeah. Still intervention for 3, 2, 1. So now we can recast that buff. We'll say that is kind of an advantage of having both arcane and divine spells, I guess. We're not completely shut down when we get innervated, but it happens so rarely. I don't think I would label that as a major advantage of this build or anything. So people are beginning to trickle in. Good evening, everybody. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I started late. Started very late. Well, I usually been starting around 7 lately. So about 3 hours later than usual. I don't know when we're going to wrap up. We might go a little later than usual. We'll just have to see how it goes. Yesterday we ended up wrapping up much earlier. Because the servers went down for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that. And I wasn't going to screw around. Oh, sweet. We're through. That was pretty good. Oh, there's the guy back here. Or gal. Who can tell with an elf? Who can tell with an elf? Certainly not me. Alright, so here we go. Forward, over, around, backwards, forward, sideways, down, around a bunch. And I like to go forward over here. Oh, we took a hit that we shouldn't have hit. At the end of the day, not the end of the world on that one. Alright, so as usual, I'm going to take a quick second while we wait for the game to do its thing. Man, the encoder is just going absolutely bonkers today. Are we running something outside the norm? No. Weird. Alright, so anyway, I want to talk to you about the DDO puzzle app here, DDO Puzzles. So one of the things that is in here is the litany questions. It's actually got a slew. It's a really great reference tool for looking up answers in DDO, but this is one of the ones that I use the most. So basically, you can pull up answers of the questions, just the answers. I thought you could click through and highlight it, but maybe this is, maybe not. Maybe I'm getting confused with something else. But this way, if you want to go to the vampire, bam, vampire. You want to go to the golem maker. It doesn't really matter. I will probably not end up doing one of these, but you just kind of sit over there and tick through. Grim is the designer. She even highlighted the beginning part of the sentence up until where it kind of gets a little different. So, big fan. Thank you, Grim, as always. Otherwise, I got to pull up the wiki and go through things all together. So, Silver Flame, never. If something, I would have done anything. I wish that anything was highlighted. Destroy it. I think I would. Broken the arrangement. Forget that. If the Black Abbot. The Rebel. They lack both brass or bronze. Let the adventurers pass. And we're going to go see the Fleshmaker. Vintau. There we go. Quick and easy. Even taking the time to do the little breakdown. 9 minutes, 37 seconds for 37,000 experience points. Litany. I love you. Love you forever. Alright. So we knocked out our litany. Our phone has gone cray-cray. Alright. So, like I said, now we can go knock out Sharn. The last quest in Sharn, part 1 if we want, and then the first handful of Cogs quests. That'll probably be the right path here. Do we want to do demons? I think so. That 10 melee and range power adds up really quickly. +2 to attack and damage with all weapons also adds up really quickly. But I think we're going to start with this one. Primarily because of all that additional light spell power we're slinging around here. And other things that are multiplied after off of our melee or range spell power. A lot of our stuff is actually doubled 200%. So I believe the way that works is basically it's all just double, right? So if you have since most things scale at 1,000 or 100% spell power, if you have an effect that does 100 damage, you would do an extra 10 with 10% melee or spell power or whatever. Where something that scales with 200, if you had 10%, would end up doing 20 extra points of damage. I believe that's how the math works. In my opinion, it doesn't really make as much sense, but whatever. It is what it is. More better is what it is. That's the real answer. Looks like Beef is in his guild's chat, doing guild chats things. Usually, oh no, I'm kind of tempted to send a tell to literally anybody that's on my friends list here, but I think we'll leave Beef alone, and Rhett and Tlab are probably busy doing Maybar until their eyes bleed, so it's probably for the best we just let people be. Quietly read shenanigans here while we wait for another little bit. Alright, so we can start buffing now. Nothing super exciting going on just yet. Commander questions, pass. Grandma's for a political affiliation, pass. Alright, so let's put our helper over here. So I'm suspecting with that extra 10% melee power, we're going to see a sizable boost. And that boost should come in a couple of different places. It should come on these first number as well as the first following number. So let's see what it says our melee power is right now. I guess it's not in the advanced character planner, is it? Let's see. So our double strike is 20% and our melee attack speed is 11. We have 48 melee. So that's quite a bit. For every 100 points of damage, we're doing an extra 48. The fact that our damage number actually seems low to me for that amount of melee power, actually. So power attack's on. Everything seems to be on. especially when we boost. So when we boost, we're picking up an extra 20. Yeah, that something does not quite feel exactly correct to me here. But we'll take whatever we can get, and we'll be happy that we have it. That's, oh, these guys are... Those guys go on countdown, I forgot. So I'm going to need a fresh Nimbus here in a moment. Come on. Alright, we have a fresh Nimbus. Our short-term buffs were off. Let's redo those. Let's check our shield spell while we're at it. Let's hit this guy. Our strike through is at a pretty reasonable rate too, I believe. Although I don't remember exactly where it's at. Like 180 maybe? I'd like to get it up a little bit higher if I can, but I don't think there's a way to really get it up much higher until level 20. Alright, those guys are down. So, over here, we'll fly down. Clean up this trash. Man, my nose is super itchy. Super, like, tore up. Oh. I always get one of these when fall kind of starts. Always kind of associated with that first illness of winter. Then I usually am not really sick after that. Man, I feel like I am not hitting anybody's boundary box all of a sudden. Probably because I wasn't. Alright, let's re-grab our source sleds here. I don't know if our healer can get us from here, but I'd like to be topped up. There we go. Get all these bomb bats on us at once if we can deal with it. There's a bad man in here. So we don't want to stick around too much. So what I like to do is get a lot of this stuff like riled up and moving and coming at me, and then I like to fly up here, drop my hireling off, and then get back away from this building in the hopes that the hireling will throw us the occasional heal. There she goes. But we can kind of cleave our way to victory through all these bats and stuff. It's my general hope. Looks like we got... Oh! Still got more trash in here. Did she just jump off that building? Gnarly. Alright, I am going to fly back out the door. I'm not going to jump back over. We've got, what looks to be 2 more bats causing problems. We have 2 minutes left on our Nimbus, so we're okay. Perfect. Re-hit short turf buffs. I know I'm kind of in the minority for a lot of my friends, but I do like the little cloud mechanic. I think it adds a fun and interesting option. I don't think it handles as well as it could have. It handles better than like the other fly spell. I think mostly because it gives us a point of reference. So our natural... our natural mental way of thinking through it, I think gets a little bit more credit. And we critted that guy for over 600. Didn't go that far down even, actually. Want to be in a position where we're hitting at least 2 guys. There we go. We'll say that little goblin has moxie. No, 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 you die first. That's a brave goblin. I should come up with taglines for my villains in the upcoming adventure. Alright, I did burn a lay on hands, but I don't think I need a shrine. I kind of want the dog and the breakables, although I don't think I'll have the ability to get the full breakable bonus. Can't imagine he's got an alignment to mess with here. Maybe I should try? Oh no, I'm going to hit this lay on hand, and if I feel like I need to hit the luck, I'll go back and shrine. Go Nomies. I guess they're Nolies, not Nomies, huh? Oh, I love it. I love it when I can hit multiple things. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it with this particular gun here. Alright, I'm going to drop the hireling here. Nope, we're going to hit the button. Oh, I hit the button! Great. Hit the button, but it didn't heal me. That's very aggravating. I don't know where the heal went, is I think the biggest part of that problem. Unfortunately, it just flashed on the replay on my end, so I missed it. I missed what happened. I mean, I know that I ran out of lay on hands, which is ultimately what killed me. But I hit the luck. It went on timer. It should have fired off. That's like almost a full heal. Very nearly. I gotta find a stupid ladder. Ladder's gotta be over here, right? Apparently not. Like, oh, maybe it's on that side. Maybe I turned myself around and just jumped the wrong way. There's a little staircase up, okay. Shameful. Shameful. Alright. Let's get our buffs back on. Let's stop being dumb. I still kick myself over that. That death was aggravating. I don't think it was... Like, there's nothing over here to prevent me from healing. I honestly don't know why that death happened at all, to be honest. We can switch to the quarterstaff, but I think we'll just be better off just hitting it. Maybe. So we're doing 34. Let's go ahead and switch to our generic quarterstaff. Oh, never mind. Not even close. Like by a magnitude of 50 more damage. Okay. I was wrong. Wow, so odd. We didn't take a big burst of damage again. So I don't know what could have messed us up. Like how your sky sleds could potentially quit working if you're unfortunate. According to the story. Get all the chip-in damage. Alright, go focus on the trouble. I'm still getting over this shame. I apologize. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to deal with the fact that I got killed at that fight. Very disappointed in myself. Missed all of my Holy Retribution attacks. He not go anywhere? Nice. No, I know where you're going, bud. Alright, let's take a second and knock on these boxes. What kind of Reaper we have? A Fear? Fine, whatever. Is he right here again? He is. Man. We've gotten relatively fortunate on the guys coming at us positioning. And there's a couple more barrels up here. And if that doesn't give us the whatever bonus, then I guess we're not going to get the bonus. I don't feel like I missed any breakables. So Umbrella always makes a big deal about that breakable bonus. And I'll tell you, suddenly this is feeling real bad. Not targeting anything else. I don't know. Just punted, that's all. Finishing out. Alright, ha da 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 da. Ice Lure Impulse Radiance. Pass? Also, isn't this a hat weekend? Should we be running hat stuff? And I think it said to the 25th, too. Oh, that would be Monday. Never mind. It's like the 25th is Tuesday. It's not. That's... Today's the 22nd. Alright, whatever. Shush. Let's read this. Oh, hey, I know where the extra damage went. We didn't resummon our pseudo-dragon. I have to remember to do that. Don't get killed that much, so... I forgot. Also, apparently, he burned a lay on hands somewhere. I guess we'll burn the other one since we're going to wait for them to restart. Oh, let's go pick up another hire first before we run away to do the cogs. You can see why I like having at certain level ranges, I like having a healing hireling, because I make terrible mistakes like everybody else. I lied. I'm going to send to Lavitel. Oh, he's off. Never mind. Just me and beef. Hey, Sumo, welcome back, buddy. I did look to see if you were on, and you weren't, so at least not on the character I knew about. Huh, something flashed in the middle of the... Could have been a chest, I guess. It is approximately where it flashed on the screen. No thank you, spiders. I don't want any. I don't want any. No spiders for me, thank you very much. Will actually say I am tired. I wasn't tired previously. Maybe I was just energized from the excitement of the evening. I'm tired now. Excuse me. Oh yeah? That level 16 that you were playing earlier? Because it told me you were still 16. Oh, okay. Guess I misunderstood you earlier then when you said stuff. Here you are. Can I have a heal, please? Thank you. SpaghettiOs. I suspect that's probably my problem, actually, is that I'm hungry. What do I have? I probably had plenty to eat, now that I think about it, though. I do have the munchies. That has been a constant problem this week in the evening. I'm one of those people that when I don't feel well, I like a chicken noodle soup, and I like it all the time. And since I'm kind of dealing with the temperature change and pressure changes, the stuff that typically makes me feel ill, The wife also was complaining about similar. Maybe we had the COVID. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're not just sick with our normal every first like weekend of actual fall crud that we get every single year. Maybe we have the COVID. I guess we'll find out next week. We're gonna be like, what do you mean? Remington gets tested every week. So, since he still lives at home with us, if he had it, we'd have it. So it's kind of like getting a COVID test for free right now. And it's not even my nostril. Remington is my son. He's the guy that I play video games with on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. Like the last couple of weeks we have been playing Super Mario Galaxy. I don't know if we're going to switch to which game, to be honest. Yep, he is my son. He will be 21 on Tuesday. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is. But I'm under the impression that some of the guys are planning on taking him out for a drink or two if they're around on Tuesday. I know LJ, for example, he's got plans. So, it may or may not infect this effect. They may or may not have an effect on the stream on Tuesday evening, but I guess we'll find out. All right, man, come on, man. Did I not break this? I didn't. I thought I saw it break. Guess not. Guess not. Oh, I got a crotch rocket. Otherwise known as a handful of experience for my sentience gym. Alright, that doesn't work. Whoops. Oh, don't make me pay attention to where I'm going, DDO. Just take me to the quest. Subconscious, do your job. I'm trying to read Twitter. Trying to read Twitter. Enjoy all the election dramata. Oh my god. Whoop, missed it. CNN just tweeted along the lines that they didn't understand what a coyote was. In the framework of illegal immigration from Mexico. And by just, I mean sometime this evening. I just now managed to read it. I would like to think that the news source, one of the trusted names in news, would have some idea what a coyote was, but whatever. I really want to pull up the trending list, but the easiest way for me to pull up the trending list is via the web tab. You'll admit you've never heard of that term in context yet. So, for example, it would be if you're looking to get across the border on the DL, one would hire a coyote to guide them across. It's pretty common, at least here in places where we ironically have a high amount of illegal immigration, I guess. So, like, for example, my sister's father. So, if you guys don't know, I have four sisters. 3 of them are stepsisters from my father's second marriage. And even though our parents, their mother and my father divorced, they're still my sisters. And hell or high water, anyone tries to come between us like that. And their father was an illegal immigrant. And he actually only married my sister's mother in an attempt to get his green card. But when he found out that making a baby and marrying the first girl that said yes wasn't going to get him a green card, he took off several times. But he was known to do the occasional smuggling people back and forth across the border. He was caught and sent back quite a few times. Ironically, I talked to my sisters, those sisters, more than my half-sister, Shay. But I think that's just because my sister Shay is very busy. Where the others are also very busy, are better at handling their stuff. Alright, I don't remember if we actually... Oh, we don't have Death Ward on this character, so we clearly did not cast a Death Ward. So we'll see if we take... Thank you! We'll see if we actually take a bunch of ouchie damage here. I think we're okay. I don't see any neg levels rolling in here. sorry, I have a bunch of text messages here that my phone has just now kind of decided to... a bunch of them are for the guys making plans for this weekend, so... We're still stuck on a loading screen? Come on. Come on, man. Alright, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit here. I'm going to go ahead and start Twitter back up. Encoding issue. I wonder if I have a memory leak going on with DDO or something now. Everything looks fine. Alright, so let's take a look at what's trending. I'm just curious. Republican Congress. Make a Dog's Day. Aww. Poor boys. Russia. Good, in quotes. Also, again, coyotes. Coyote is a term used to refer to smugglers who are paid to take people... Whoa! You guys see that? DDO literally just crashed. I didn't touch it. It just crashed. Actually, before we do that, I don't know what you guys are going to see here, but I'm going to pull up Task Manager for a second and just see what's going on. It says OBS is using a lot of power, but not more than it should be. I have another bank of... Alright, I think I might even do something even more crazy too while we're waiting here. Let me... Sorry, let me make a couple of other quick changes here. Let me... make sure I continue where I left off. I'm going to also reset my web browsing tool here. It was pulling up more memory usage than it should. We'll see if that kind of fixes the problem. I honestly have no idea. I'm also getting an encoding over air again, which makes me think that OBS is actually the one that's got the problem now. But I don't know why it would kill DDO. It shouldn't. DDO should have preference over pretty much everything. Alright, we're restarting up here. Let's listen in. There we go. Oh no, things are weird. Alright. Let's see if we can get things back on track now. So we just wrapped up this. Our hireling is down. All of our things are off. Let's resummon all of our things. Alright. Let's get back to work. Alright, we want to be careful not to fall down this pit over here. That's a bad. Alright. Also, are we still resistanced? We are for 40 minutes. Perfect. Perfection. We're going to ride to the horseshoe. Ride, pony ride. Should be able to kick that beggar a couple of bucks. Instead, I think he just beep 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 beeps. Beep boop boo 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 boo. I don't actually know what he does. I don't actually know if I've ever clicked on that particular beggar right there. 15, 17. Shield spell did not fire off. Oh, we didn't hit all the right buttons. Can we get up fire enough? Can we get up before the first guy falls down? Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah, we're going to make it. Make sure to apply as much of a beating as we can to the Reaper first. Got a couple. Got a couple. Couple went bye-bye. Still feel like our damage numbers feel just a hair lower than I was expecting them to be. It doesn't really matter. Hey, my connection to the chat server has been reestablished. Look at me. Argo and Solona have been a mess. 5 to 10 minutes to get in the chat. I mean, I'm really not generally that worried about it, but we did just have the client crash, like, not very long ago. And after the crash we had yesterday, almost was just like, F it. But the thing is I really wanted to get a good stream in today. It's honestly part of the reason that DDO should just have Discord integration. I don't know if they can get away with it, but they probably can, and they probably should. Trying to use their chat servers clearly isn't working. Three points of charisma damage. Skyborn is dead though. Mind Flayer picked up some crits. Finish out. I don't think we can go anywhere on this. I agree they should use some help, but is there no other option than Discord? I'm sure there is, but I don't know what has good game integration. Like Discord is kind of built and designed with the idea of game integration. So like Discord may be the best option. I'm going to check this quest up here, but I believe this quest is not level 17. Yeah, it's a 16. I'm pretty sure this quest over here is also a 16. I love it. It's kind of heavy for just audio. Well, that's just it. You can do audio, text, images, etc. They don't, and I believe they have a lot of like server integration stuff. Yeah, this is also a 16. So let's go level. We'll check the list to see if there's not something else that we want to do. It took me a while to come around to it, but once I did come around to it, I actually really, really prefer Discord over the in-game chat. Alright, do I care? Oh, we should probably do Missing and Lost at Sea for sure. Missing is just a huge pile of experience for basically no work. Wait a minute. This person is making low-calorie keto hamburger buns? I'm gonna have to watch this video. Hi. Wow. Straight up hung up again. This is what happened when everything crashed last night. It was literally like this. Still can't move. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was about to be like, I guess DDO really doesn't want us to stream. Wow, is there really just nobody playing tonight? There really is just nobody watching tonight. Okay. Keto buns. What out of? Probably almond flour. Almond flour tends to be the go-to bread replacement for most keto. Could be a mix of keto, or could be a mix of almond and coconut. Half a cup of almond flour. A third cup of psyllium husk powder. Half a cup of flax meal, and half a cup of coconut flour. Yeah, so it is a it is a wild mixture. But it's probably actually not bad. It's probably pretty close to Probably pretty close to the mixture that I use for my pizza. Huh, that was interesting. They added boiling water to the water infusion. I wonder why boiling water. All I know is I was at 270 today. Like straight up. Last week when I weighed in, I think I was 273 or something like that. So we definitely have slowed down a little bit, but that was also I'd eaten already for the day. I haven't weighed pre-meal this week. Ooh, 7 points of charisma. That's a lot. That does hurt quite a bit. Let's get our charisma fixed here, shall we? Sometimes it's delicious, and sometimes it's not. Right now, I'm dehydrated. Feels delicious. I probably should add the lemon one, though. A lemon drink, so I could have put a little extra lemon juice in there. I really need to get in the habit of putting in, I need to get a fresh apple cider vinegar. I need to get in the habit of taking like a big drink and then adding a little bit of apple cider vinegar to like literally all of these bublés and anything even close. Basically, I need to start taking apple cider vinegar several times a day. Excuse me. Come together. Get cleaved. You son of a beach. It's like, never. I will never get cleaved. I mean, I can't believe nobody's joining us in the voice chat today. Like, third biggest night this month. Nobody is coming in to talk about it. Path will also tell you if you are really interested in a keto bun. Those big mushrooms, portobello, they're a reasonable bun substitute. Some people even use them as a meat substitute, which hard pass. Hard pass. All right. We're gonna go and knock these guys down. Mostly because I don't want the extra chip-in damage. Be smoted. Oh, Harling took it right in the shorts there, didn't she?
But who is this odd beholder working for? And what is the purpose of the creatures known as the Taken? One investigation is complete, but another is just beginning.
You're just curious, but you're fine. You gained some weight because of COVID and ice cream, but you can eat whatever. Yeah, I'm just trying to drop some poundage here before we get in the bus. I'd like to lose another 70 pounds over the next year, but it's gonna be a little tough. I'm gonna have to do some exercising. I don't actually think I care about doing this quest, do I? Don't think I do. The next two quests are not my favorite. But we're way ahead of experience. We also have the Night Rebels event if we do find ourselves a little short somewhere. But I do want to do this quest over here. A couple of reasons. One, I don't do it very often, so I'd like to keep it fresh every once in a while. Two, just happen to forget about it again the last like 4 lives because I don't do it very often. So I want to take a minute and do it. Yeah, I don't dislike this quest. I think there's a group of people who find this quest to be really, really tough. A lot of people who are like, I don't know, fire-based or bow-based. You know what I mean? Like combat styles that don't really work well underwater. Wow. It's kind of cute. Yeah, I don't really do the jumpy part anymore. I've done it once or twice. But honestly, now I just do the fight. I find the fight to be not very challenging. And it gives me the kills I need to make sure I have my 10 kills. It actually probably gives me more than I need. I suppose if you're going to go for the... I don't need to break that stuff. I'm not getting those bonuses. If you were going to go for the stealth bonus, you'd probably want to go that way. Negative level, huh? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna live without that level? Oh no! If I keep this level for the whole quest, I get bonus experience, right? Now that works. I feel like that's the way it should work. Carnage Daddy over here. I think what I'm going to do is let myself... Oh, never mind. We're actually right at the end here, huh? I was going to say I'll actually just let myself drop a little low and then use the big heal. I don't need to. Yeah, I wonder if you could even get away with doing this quest on not kill everything mode. 18 seconds. Let's refire this up. Like, how few guys can I get away with to get my... Can I get my 10 guys exactly? What do I need to get exactly my 10 guys for the Mystery or the Devious bonus, but also get my Reaper points? Alright, so that was 5 minutes exactly for 15,000 experience points. Seems pretty good. Hey, good morning, Finley. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Is there literally any other 15s that I really like? Otherwise, I'm just going to move on to 18. No. I said these are kind of fine, but I don't think I care. I don't care about those 15s very much. The ones in the one place don't really matter. So yeah, I think I'm just going to hit. I'm just going to take the level. Try to keep my neck stretched out. It is sore today. My head is killing me. Both eyes are just like... What do we do for feats? I honestly have no idea. Like, improve our turning if we want, but I don't think that's going to matter. We don't need cleave. We don't need extra improved. We don't need these improved. Why do we actually run ourselves out of things here? So we can't take an armor mastery, right? An armor mastery would be good. I think about just straight up taking Berserker's Fury. I don't care about Rage, but plus 20 more hit points and 2 more to my Barbarian seems pretty good. Or, Intimidate, sorry. Seems okay. I'm also generally a fan of taking Bard Dilettante to pick up a Bard song. But this is a morale bonus. This is a morale bonus. So I don't think we're actually going to get that much value out of the Bard song any longer. Guess we just take Force of Personality. Have a great will save. Yeah, it's fine. Big Fist. I don't think we can not take Big Fist. Big Fist, good. Big Fist, very good. Alright. Now we have to make a decision. And I think the decision is going to be a lot of really difficult work. I think. So, hey, it's going pretty good, Alpha Flyer. How are you? All things considered. A little bit of a migraine going on, but nothing outside of the norm. Nothing much more than the norm. How about that? Anyway, oh, I don't need to come here. The item I'm thinking about is in my backpack. So, we talked about this last life, that the Bone Crusher is a weird item, and at level 18 can, in fact, accept sentience from a sentience gem, so you can get away with using a sentience gem if you happen to have this one particular item below level 20 on the Bone Crusher. I think I'm going to put it on my bar. I don't think we're going to switch to it. Although, honestly, our damage is not that much worse. So we're doing like 143. In fact, in some ways it's better. The crits are much bigger. The reason why I think we're going to switch to it, though, is so when I boost, switch back, we're going to get a small time boost of big melee power spike. So I think we're going to give it a shot and see if we can do the back and forth thing. I really don't care about this spell. Yeah, it's fine. Unfortunately, our holy weapon... If our holy weapon list included quarterstaff, I don't think it does at the moment. We would have to switch deities. I almost went the other deity. I almost went quarterstaff deity. Super close. But anyway, if quarterstaff was our weapon, we might just switch over full time. But I think we're going to try to take advantage of the shenanigans here. Yep, I'm always ready for some Q&A, my guy. About pretty much anything. I think we're going to be doing a couple of these extra quests that I enjoy, like Sane Asylum and stuff like that. But I think I'm going to start with the... I should actually go over and do... Yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's actually go ahead and go over to Evening Star. I'm not as big of a fan of the Evening Star quests. I don't like them as much. I don't run them as often. But I love the experience out of these quests. So we'll go give the prison quests a little bit of a shot. They're a big pile, and I'm trying to learn them better so I can do them on the hardcore a little bit more comfortably. We will have to pull out some help for a couple of the quests, but when don't we? Okay, you're in with the kiddie pool land, and you failed the canning area 3 times now. Okay, the Canneth area. Yeah, I would definitely get the paladin guy. I forget his name. But I'd get the paladin and I would turn him on attack mode. Unless you're level 3. If you're level 3, then I would get yeah, the Canneth Crystal quest in particular can be quite difficult on Elite. Anyway, what you do is you set the NPC to attack mode by clicking the yellow or the red swords up here. Put them in attack mode, and then you stay by the crystal, trying to keep the crystal clear, and he'll kind of run out there and fight things for you. Which quest are you struggling with? I mean, that the solution continues to be roughly the same. It's just the strategy of do you run ahead or not is different, is all. Man. There we go. Now we can do stuff.
Your allies meet you just inside the entrance to the crumbling grounds. With their help, you may be able to learn who's been recruiting gangs inside the prison. Their leader signals that he needs to speak with you. A sudden explosion tears apart a section of the building. Then, a mysterious voice...
Alright, so I made a mistake already. We'll fix it in a moment here. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect as long as I can try to figure it out. I am literally the world's worst speller. Literally, if there's a bad spelling test, I don't think I would succeed at all. I am literally the world's worst speller. Alright. So I'm going to switch to the quarterstaff. I'm going to fire off the boost. I'm going to switch back. We should see a substantial increase in damage across the board here. For the next, like, what, minute? 30 seconds, something. Okay. So that's the one with the dogs and stuff. The robot dogs, and you're there to rescue the guy in the shield. So what are you having difficulty with? Are you getting to the end of the quest and having any difficulty keeping, like, the NPC alive? Or are you, like, what is it that you're struggling? Yeah, then the paladin guy will be fine. Just keep in mind that the paladin will have one lay on hands trick that it can use. So you can highlight the old man and tell him to lay on hands. If you need a little extra help in that regard. Pretty sure it's here and then here. And I thought it was that way, but maybe it's this way? Maybe this is where I made my mistake? This must be where I made a mistake. Learning how to use the hirelings well is something that not enough people do, but if you can get that skill honed, you'll find a lot of success in the game. The hirelings are not good. They're not smart. They don't really do things outside of what they've been kind of told to do. But if you can work with them and keep in mind their limitations when you need them to do something, then they are a very powerful tool for the cost. And the cost is a little bit of plat and a character slot in your group. That's a pretty low cost for most people. This is actually a scary guy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of any the level 1. I don't know what level you are. If you're level 3, then you want the barbarian. Um, Frenzy. Frenzy will essentially solo the quest for you, like every quest, for quite a long time. However, if you're level 1 or 2, I like the paladin. Again, it's a fighting type. Fighting type sounds like we're talking about Pokemon now, but it's a fighter that won't be afraid to get in there, get some stuff done, and then it'll give you that lay on hands extra healing boost in case you just need like a little extra healing. If you're level 3, then you probably want to get the Frenzy instead. Frenzy is an amazing hireling. So like I'm going to use mine, hopefully to skip a couple of fights right there. We'll see if any of the bad guys come up behind us. I suspect I probably was quick enough. Like I said, I probably need to make a Samus Guide to Hirelings at some point. Kind of talking about the ins and outs of the different classes of hirelings, what they're good for, what different hirelings kind of do. I don't think I can leap to that, unfortunate. Oh, Jareeper. What it'll say down in the bottom, or when you bring up your character sheet, it'll say what level you are by how many, like, I'm currently level 18 because I have 12 levels of Paladin and 6 levels of Warlock. So there's lots of ways for you to kind of see what level you are. You can also look down at the bottom, in the middle, it'll say level, like a little, whatever rank, some number. Should have brought my pain cream. My neck is really starting to tense up. Keep an eye on the hireling, make sure that her life bar doesn't fall. Time for some drugs. Yeah, I wish. Trying to figure out, should I guess I'll start knocking down one or two of these levers and then, or ladders, and go from there. Yep, never mind. We'll just cleave all these guys down. Oh, yeah, I stopped taking ibuprofen a few years ago because one, it stopped working and I just was taking way too much. And two, I my mother or my grandmother-in-law actually basically died because she took too much ibuprofen. Was not directly due to that, but it damaged all the things. Yeah, little PallyLock action. Currently 12-6. I think we're gonna end up 14-6, but it's not really gonna matter until level 20. So, all right, how long did that take us? Took us 10 minutes for. Which experience did you give us? 24,000. It's fine. She, because of the complication, like she had liver issues, but she also had a bunch of internal bleeding going on, and then she committed the old person death sentence, basically, of falling in the hospital and breaking a hip, and then her body was not in the condition to be able to heal itself because of the internal bleeding and stuff. Basically, they went in there and they surgically fixed some stuff and did some things, but she was unable to basically recover after that. But it was ibuprofen and Tylenol and that kind of stuff abuse for years and years and years. That was the complicating factor. So, I was having a discussion with a friend of mine the other day, and he goes, we're arguing over the COVID statistics, and he goes, if I shoot you in the leg, but due to COVID complications with your breathing, you die in the hospital, is that a COVID death or is it a gunshot wound death? And I was trying to explain to him that I wouldn't have died from COVID likely otherwise. He's like, yeah, you wouldn't have died of COVID otherwise. I'm like, well then it's a gunshot death. He's like, well, but is it? I'm like, yeah. But it's the same situation with my mother-in-law and the I guess, and the ibuprofen issue. We don't need to be here. That's an optional. Yeah, we don't have to go that way. Yeah, she was a good lady. But both of Remy's great-grandparents passed away from medical issues before he got the chance to really get to meet them. My grandfather died a couple of weeks, I think, after Remy was born. I think because Remy's born at the end of October, I think he died, I want to say, around Thanksgiving. And I didn't get the opportunity to take Remy down there. I wanted to, and I should have, and I'll regret it forever. But nothing I can do about it now, unfortunately. Do I want to be famous? I do want to be famous. Unfortunately, I do not have my tab up to be able to make those. That's the Elder, right? Anyway, I don't have the tab to block that user going on right this minute, unfortunately. Well, they must work for somebody, right? I have thought in the past that a couple of DDO streamers have used bot accounts to boost their numbers. Don't know how realistic that is, but some of the numbers on some people sometimes does not seem as believable to me as others. I have no proof, nor do I have any names in particular that I would like to name. But I will tell you right now, if I had the processing power to run like a dozen bots with like a really interesting AI, like a chat AI, I'd make hella bank. Well, I don't think this is what I wanted to do. Yeah, this is some optional I don't need to do. See, this is another one of those quests that I don't know very well, so I'm like running around trying to find the optimal path in hopes that I can figure it out at some point. There's an over here, right? Isn't there a down from over here? It's basically the quest is a big square, I thought. Yeah, I don't love Wayloon Prison either. I do love adventure packs. I know that the experience points can get real big real fast. Maybe I do go that way. There's also a north probably as well. So we can start by going north. Let's see if we find the... Alright, here we go. There's a north. Maybe this is the way. This doesn't ring any bells, but... Oh wait, no, this is the optional again. How did I get to this optional twice? So I must be down this way then, somehow. So there's the shrine. The shrine's a dead end. Just unlucky? Something like that. I said this is definitely one of the quest areas that I do not know very well. And I could muddle through by pulling up the wiki page and looking, but I would like to learn it better so I can figure it out. Must be this way. Must be through this optional. I don't remember having to do any of these optionals though to get anywhere. Yeah, okay, I remember this. How long? Like tonight or in general? Tonight I have been live for approximately 2 hours. For DDO in general, I've been playing DDO for about 14 years. Yeah, my account is literally a week off of being a founder's account. But at the time when DDO first came out, the idea of dropping $49.99. Oh no! I dropped my salt. The idea of dropping $49.99 on a game and then also paying $15 a month for the sub was out of everything. There was zero chance I could afford it. So my friend Dustin actually bought this copy of the game, and he and my friend Tobrell played it quite a bit. And then they played it really intensely for the first, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months, something like that. And then then my friend Dustin does what he always does, and he got bored with the game and moved on to other stuff. And when that happened, it also happened to be the end of college. And for Tobrell. So Tobrell actually took a job out of state and moved away. And then after a little while of being away, he decided that he was going to start playing DDO again. So again, it was almost a year, give or take. And I told him I would play, but I still can't. I could afford the sub, but I couldn't afford to buy a copy of the game and the sub at the same time. And Dustin was like, "Well, here, I'm not using this copy." And I'm like, "Well, if I take your copy, I'm probably not going to give it back." He's like, "Yeah, I'm done with DDO." I'm like, "Oh, well, that's lame." He's like, "Yeah, I really liked it, but it's got to come a long way for me to keep playing it." I'm like, "Okay." And so I've had his copy ever since. And then sometime after the game went free to play, Dustin ended up getting a free to play copy of the game, and replaying DDO for about a year, give or take, and then now he's switched over to other games. Again, it's what he does. Said I would have liked to be a founder, but that would just be more junk right now. Again, if I would have had a slightly higher disposable income at the time, I probably would have been a founder. Like, I was extremely excited for it. Hey, Buddy Allen has gifted a sub to Sama. Thanks, man. Thanks for helping out people. Also, Miranda. Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you as always, my friend. Is there more coming? Okay. Just checking. Not because I'm ungrateful, because I certainly am grateful. I just I can't, again, I don't have the back end up, so I'm reading them as they pop up on the screen, almost live like you guys. Very nearly almost live. All right. But yeah. Anyway, DDO was actually in the... They had a full-page ad in one of the comic books I was reading religiously at the time. So I was actually extremely excited to play the game. But like I said, I just didn't have the funds. We had just moved into this house, and some of the bills were a little bit higher than we thought they were going to be for a little while. Stuff like that. Plus, I was still playing Magic. I don't want to say full time, but I was still playing a lot of Magic, stuff like that. It is a great game. DDO, they did a really good job with it. There's some things that are obviously not perfect, but nothing's going to be perfect, right? Look at this chipping damage. Just metric tons. Alright, Hireling. Need that heal, bud. Need that heal. She didn't heal me. Get him in attack mode. We're gonna have to do something about this other Reaper too. There we go, now we're getting that heal. And make sure the chip-in damage stays on us. God, so much of that chip-in damage too. Don't know if I have to clean all this trash. If I had like crowd control effects, is it possible that I could just crowd control and walk away? Probably. Ooh, but we did pick up a fragment. How mysterious. Chest, not good. Alright, so also I should get in the habit of doing this quest first. Right? Because it teleports me basically right by that first quest that I did. Okay. Try to remember that in the future. Don't know if I will. Huh, I thought there was an XP butt right here too in this messed up building. Guess not. Lots of adventure packs out here too, by the way. It's pretty sweet. You want to do the one that's not lit up next because it's just bugged. I think. Like, we have the quest and everything, I just think it's messed up. Can we get up to the roof? Oh, perfect.
Yay!
Anonymous has gifted a sub to Alpha Flyer. Thank you, Anonymous. Alpha sub, welcome to the USS Fed Halfling. Appreciate both of you. I think you guys know that. Hope you guys know that. Hope you all know how much I appreciate the support. Just like Turbine used to be, I'm powered by my fans. Oh. Come on, DEO. There we go. That's... Alright, and this guy comes out, has some flavor text, runs away. Okay, got it. I think I'm actually going to also take a second and pull up the DDO wiki here. I kind of remember this quest. Army of Shadow. But I'm gonna have it up just as a precautionary tale. Just a precautionary tale. Yeah, our light damage should be a whole lot bigger, I think. Although maybe not. Maybe that's fine. So the our first part of the light damage comes from our melee weapon power, and it's 200% scaling. The problem is 200% scaling on, let's call it 50 melee power, doesn't mean a whole lot. But when we switch weapons and fire off our boost, we get to more than 100 melee power. Which should, in my mind, be something. It should be a noticeable difference. 11, 17. There are a lot of numbers, so it's hard to kind of pick out which one's supposed to be which. So I will give myself some slack in that category. All right, let's fire off a boost here. $19, $25, $23. Yeah, I suppose that's double. Ish. There's a secret door over here, I believe. I currently don't have the wiki page up, by the way. I currently have the Twitter page up. So if I find a fun piece of danger... Alright, well that's locked, so I'm not wasting an unlock tool on it. And it's trapped. So, not doing that either. Oh, nice, perfect. I think this is the door with the NPC we want. $20, $33. Oh, we killed him before our boost wore off. Doesn't look like there's a key that we actually physically have to pick up, so that's good. And then I believe we go back to the beginning and around. We go this way, through this hallway. This all seems correct. Oh, bright lights. Samus no likey. Oh, with Samus likey pork barrels. Unfortunately, I'm actually stuffed on pork barrels. But you guys know the rules. Stop it, just pick it up. If anyone happens to be on Salona and needs some pork barrel or some tasty hams, let me know. Happy to send people tasty hams. I actually like tasty hams. I don't eat them as much as I should because they do take a little long to consume. But I do generally like them. Alright, now that that lever's pulled, I think we go back this direction. We want to go that way along the top, I believe. This does not look like where I parked my car. Or maybe up here? No. Way down below. We want to go up some stairs or something. Maybe it's back this way. Here's through this door. Here we go. This is correct. And then we double back and then go up the stairs. That feels correct. Uh-oh. Being held is bad. Being held is bad. How did we fail a wheel save? What's our wheel save right now? It's 60? Roll like a -1? What? Where did she go? I literally teleported her to me. Oh, she ran off into another fight. If I don't go rescue her, she's dead. And not coming back. I kinda want her back, so I guess we'll go get her back. Don't know if she can reach the shrine or she's coming to me. Looks like she's coming to me. Alright. That was awkward. Chris Young has won the CMT Awards. Congratulations. You know why we talked about that? Because it was not political news. And now you know the rest of the story. Alright, so if I remember right, this is where all the shadow puppet guys are at. Yeah, we're right where I thought we were. Got a Scary Reaper here. I don't know if he died or if he moved. He must have moved, because this is... I don't know why he teleported over there, though. Alright. Then we go this way. $1,000,000 annoying dogs. Bring it on, annoying dogs. No. This way. Submit or die. Not very nice of those guys, huh? Oh. Wish the spike chains were as good for me as they were for them. Might be more excited to use them. Yeah, I definitely laid on hands a little early that last one. Excuse me, Shade Buddy. As soon as I know that he's actually going to take damage, we'll fire off our burst. And again, to confirm, our boost is currently 56. But that's going to change when we switch out of that weapon. Down to 49. We're going to get 20 from hitting this boost. Plus we should get 50 from hitting a boost. Yeah, we're 119. All right, big purple donger time. Woo! Boost number 1 is off timer. Go. Boost number 2 is off timer. Fire them boosts. This guy doesn't believe in surrender, by the way. In case you were unaware. Alright, what'd that take us? 15 minutes? Still did not seem that bad. We lost some time going back for the hireling. Just because I didn't want to take the time to go back and get the hireling at a different time. I'd go and get a different one. Alright, let's detour out of here. I think we have one more quest that we can do before we have to go back and... Oh, come on. There we go. Anyway, look, we managed to do the quest even. Alright, so there's one more. It's like way over in the darkness by the other quest. I know I'm very, very specific tonight. It's kind of like over around the back way. I know some people can get there very quickly. And it's... Oh, there it is. Found it. Perfect. Not that way. This is a doom sphere. Not really about battling unnecessary doom spheres. Not really my favorite thing. Let's get up here though. Back around this side. Ooh, we found experience points. Oh man, I can't believe I found the quest. I know that you guys are not that excited for me actually finding the quest. You guys are used to me getting to the quest locations. But for me, getting to that quest in that time frame is a massive advantage. Or a massive number increase compared to the last couple times I've been in here. Look at them just like argue. They're just arguing like crazy. Can I just go? No. I have to beat these guys. They're bad, so it's okay. This is where we'd be better off if we had the ability to stealth around a little bit. I'm gonna cast invisibility a couple of 6 times until we get it to stick. Don't think it's gonna do any good. But it could. That guy said look over there, but no one attacked. So I'm going to assume that my invisibility spell is perfect. Hey, what's up, Beef? Oh, I found the key. Oh my god. Alright, now do one of these kidney-shaped doors say something besides bed chambers on it, is the question. Nope. I did watch the debate. If you'd like to talk about it, you're welcome to join in the chat, or we can talk about it via text, but data will be slower. So why we didn't start until a little, like, 2.5 hours ago.
Down below, the Shade Archive commander addresses a terrified prisoner. I really didn't like it. It pains me to think about
A lot of people really seem to thought that was funny. I would have liked to have seen a like I know a lot about wind. I know more about wind than you, even though you're like full of it, or you know what I mean, like some sort of snotty little comment right there. I think I would have actually laughed at that point. Not something so over the top that people could be upset, but something just like it's a little bit like a little stank, you know, it's like a little stank. I know. After tonight's debate, I did not like Joe Biden very much at all. Think Joe Biden kind of rubbed me the wrong way tonight. Science! Science! Oh no, he only said malarkey, I think, twice, which is my favorite word. That's my favorite Joe Biden word. I have started using malarkey. I mean, you guys hear me say it all the time now, probably. I love certain words and phrases or whatever. That's why I'll say a boot, and people will be like, "What? You're not Canadian." I'm like, so, but I like the phrase. I like how it sounds. He also, I don't know. He and Harris must have the same debate prepper, or like whoever's on their team, because every time he was losing an argument, he would just stop and smile so big and laugh. Again, I was honestly looking for reasons to like Joe Biden. I did not get very many. I was watching him very closely. His catchphrase is, "Come on, man." I don't know about that. Again, if people are big Biden fans, I'm not going to try to talk you out of that or anything crazy. I want you to vote for whoever it is that you think is worthy of your vote for the president, obviously for the other positions as well. All I know is Barbara Brole also has irritated me. Mostly with just the sheer number of spammy ads. He also implied again that Harris seems to be ready to take the reins. I didn't catch anything like that. Or at least nothing like that stood out to me. Maybe is a better way to put it. Aren't I looking for like a red name person in here somewhere? I feel like I am. I feel like I'm looking for a red name person. Going solo today. We actually had a couple of people joining us today, on again, off again. Just the evening stream has been solo, is all. Anyway, good evening, Pirate Knight. Beef Tiard, Suma Tiard, and Raider I think is still level 13, so I'm 5 levels over him now. I could have slowed down if he seemed active, but he did not seem active when I logged on. But I also had some problems with the chat server tonight too, so don't know which this is the one. I don't know which the issue is, if he was just AFK or whatnot. Undead, no, I'm currently a Paladin Warlock. In the in hindsight, Beef, you must have, because you said you weren't going to TR until you did get the other Reaper point. But congratulations. Fighting Undead, no, these guys are Shatterkai, which are like a humanoid race from the like shadow touched kind of shenanigans. Oh, I'm helpless. Ah, good. Excellent. Can I do anything? No. Can do nothing. That guy's probably dead. And my hireling's probably dead. Nope. Hireling gave me a res. Alright, so let's hit this button, this button, this button. Where's the guy? Over here? Perfect. And the hireling's doing a great job. I would have killed him without dying if these guys didn't make me helpless. Or if I'd have realized I was helpless sooner. Remember that for the future, too. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. There are some undead in the quest in general. You're not wrong. There are some shadows in places. Wow, this guy randomly lived, even? Yeah, I may have lived had I not ran away from the hireling, maybe. Yay, I fell Shiv. Alright. I don't think we're going to be here or back in the quest fast enough to do this. but I'm going to try. So we're going to go out this door. Clear the problems. I do hate them. I'm trying to learn them a little better. So I've been trying to kind of do them a little more often so I can just become more proficient in them in general. If I never practice, I'll never get any better. Some of them I have bought, and some of them I have found in places. So like my gym bag is just a large random loot gym bag. None of these ain't named items will go into your sentient gym, by the way. And then the ones that I have are ones that I purchased. So like I have the Gargantuan Augment bag, a Gargantuan Ingredients bag, and then a huge collectibles bag. Oh, are you just asking about like the medium ones or whatever? Like the larger ones you can buy for plat? Cause yeah, you can get them the House J general vendors, but you can get them at pretty much anybody that's a general vendor. Yeah, beef is correct though. The House of Wizardry, not that one, the other one. The House of Wizardry is where the scroll's at. The other guy is the whatever that quest is. At one time I had an extra large gym bag. I think I have given that away. Alright, so I am going to pull the walkthrough up. My client just crashed again. That's the second time tonight that the DDO has just straight up crashed. What the hell? Alright, while this is restarting and logging in, I'm actually going to take a quick restroom break. Which means I'll also hit a 30-second ad here real fast while it's logging in. Back real fast. Alright, I'm back. Everybody else should be back. Is the game actually making noise? I kind of hear it. Should pop up any second now. It's definitely update day. That is fair indeed. Come on. OBS, let's go. Get your head out your bum. Nope. Still broken. Alright, we're going to have to go through this version. So, first of all, the DDO Wiki does have a walkthrough guide. I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it. And because I don't have this memorized. Honestly, I don't need it memorized. I just need to know where it is and be comfortable enough with it that I can follow along. If I'm being really honest. So that's the plan. It is up there. Alright, step 1, return this on. Step 2, start turning everything else back on. Shield failed, by the way. Alright, we're going to key over. Alright. So we are on the bottom floor shadow. We're going to start by going south. This direction. Obviously around the okay. Nope. This direction. Haven't played a Hork in ages. It feels great. I'm a big fan of the half orc. Particularly the lady half orcs. I feel like the lady half orc models are done really nicely. They move well. The attack animations feel very smooth to me. Alright. So this room has a shadow orb. Then we're going to teleport over to the sunny side. On the sunny side, we have the shrine. We have some breakables. You're a big, beefy boy, huh? That's also fine, but I like the lady. Alright, so we're going to go straight to this corner. Oh, what pack am I playing? Sorry, Pirate Knight. I didn't understand what you were asking before, and my brain just now put it together. I'm doing a Celestial pack. That is not where the purple aura is coming from, though. The purple aura is, I guess, a bug that's currently going on. But I don't know all the details. Come on, just get him. Whew. Alright, we got close here. We're going to have to summon Ellery now. Yeah, Alpha Flyer, good luck, bud. If you need anything else, you know where to find us. We will be right here. Atax360, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling. Man, the heals are coming slow. Let's eat a tasty ham. I'll eat a tasty ham while we're standing here waiting for Ellery to heal us up very, very slowly. But she'll do it, dang it. She's no dog-faced pony soldier. She's gonna take care of us real good. Alright. So from here, we go up the ladder, or the staircase. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. From the top of the staircase, we mirror again. Okay. Now we're on the shadow side, which means we go this direction.
This door has been blocked off. We'll have to find another way around.
We go through this door. Alright. Now, if I remember correctly, does the wiki actually say something? Yeah, the wiki does say something. So, there's a pretty gnarly boss fight here that I believe people will try to avoid. Doesn't look like I'm going to be so lucky. I could probably teleport or detour. Jeez, that thing's got a long wind up. Alright.
It's a very intense moment.
It's a very
The chance
intense
to
moment.
Try something nobody's ever tried
Talab,
before.
my guy, my dude. What is up, my friend? Unfortunately, I'm on the wrong screen to be able to see how long that's been, but it feels like it's been an age, a coon's age. Maybe 3 coon's ages. Good, how are you? I tried to send you a message earlier. I think either you were on or Rhett was on. I'm not sure which. But since then my game client has crashed twice, so I don't, and I had a very long window apparently where I did not have the chat running, the in-game chat. So maybe I missed you. 21 months. Wow. That is insane. Thank you, my friend, for all that support over the almost years. Very nearly almost years. Appreciate it. It's definitely people like yourself that helps keep us going. Alright, so we have came in here, we've gotten the ball, we've gotten the chest, we killed the things. Guess we can leave again? Okay, we leave. And now we go over this direction. I'm trying to figure this quest out. Such a weird pattern. Lunchtime again. So it must have been Rhett then. Rhett must have been the... Must have been playing. Oh no, I thought I had Ellery safely parked someplace. Alright, so yeah, here we teleport back over again. Yeah, in this room. In this room, there should be a fight. Alright, so from here we're going to go north and around the corner. Down the next room as well. Oh, I saw people on. I thought I would see what was happening. That's all. For a rarity, I was feeling social. Yeah, I assumed. We found our shadow ball. Okay, so they advise going back over again. And from there, we go down the stairs. Oh yeah, the low level rune arm is great. Right, so it says we key over again. Alright, so now we're on the bottom floor shadow side. And then we key again. And we can go behind us. Yeah, I don't know how people remember this. There must be an easier way. Like I could do this 6 times. I don't think I would recognize how to go about this. The throwing daggers are probably okay. And the regular daggers are also probably okay. But there's nothing particularly good for a caster of any sort in there. Well, there has to be like a good, an efficient way to run through this. This is probably it. Like, this is the kind of shenanigans that I would say is like the efficient way to do it, but I don't know. Weird. I'm not that worried about it. The places that I needed them, I think they're in place. And whatever new stuff comes out, it's all going to change anyway, so... The +2 is changing to a non-stacking +5. Yeah, it's probably fine still. Okay, sweet. Light bright over. In this room to get the white orb. And then basically we're going to go out here, back over, and down, and around. So out, down, through here. Come on, man. Come on, man! Did it. I cannot tell you how victorious it feels. Also, whose crazy security system is this? Is this bonkers? Who is that paranoid? So what I need is I need you to get 8 magic balls. But I don't want all those magic balls to... I don't want those magic balls to get me. So what I want to do is I want to spread them around my apartment. But not just on my apartment, but also an evil shadow side of my apartment. And I'm also going to not only put like traps, but monsters all over my apartment. Yeah. I can hear the clap even. Look at that. The shadow side has become coterminous something. Gandalf, it's sticky! Honestly, don't know if he keys over on his own. We'll go get him. Okay, good. I didn't waste any time. Let me heal up just a little bit here. Alright, and key over. I was kind of hoping these guys were going to teleport away. No. Alright. Oh, I'm glad I stopped to loot that shenanigans. Well, that was not that bad. What's our time? 21 minutes for 44,000 experience. I definitely think that if I can do it 5 or 6 more times over the next couple of lives before the hardcore server, I'll feel a lot more comfortable at trying to get it done. Alright, are we still black screen on normal mode? We are not. Sweet. Sweet. Back to normal mode. It's probably not good enough. Requiting of assassinate. That's literally nothing. Okay, well, congratulations. This is okay, though. Charisma 8. To craft a Charisma 8 item, what's the minimum level on that? It is level 15. So if I were to craft this exact ring... Huh, that's funny. So just to show you, if I were to craft it myself, this ring, Charisma 8, level 15 on a ring, it would actually be 94 spell power instead of 81. So why was that 2 levels lower? Well, I had to craft a charisma item this life. It's a trinket, but I had to... I mean, I crafted the exact same thing, actually, as a trinket instead of a... whatever this is. A ring. What time is it? It's almost 2. I think I am going to go ahead and wrap up here at the top of the hour. But so let's just hang out until... Let's hang out and shoot the shite. Oh, you can feed some of the rando loot, though, huh? I'll have to check that out. I know what should be named loot can't be. Like, all of those special named items from over there. Like, everything that gives, heroism or whatever. All that stuff doesn't count. All those, like, doodads. Oh, this must be the Ravenloft portal. So yeah, let's see. Tomorrow, it should be pretty easy to have XP for 19. Possibly even cap tomorrow. Which means we could theoretically TR as early as Monday. That feels a little early. Because I'll be busy most of the weekend. So part of the reason I'm not going to stay up, even though we started late, part of the reason I'm not going to stream late is because people are coming to town tomorrow. And I suspect after work we're probably going to get together and do something. Which means I'm going to end up probably being up to super, super late. Plus we already have plans for Saturday. So I'm going to be, I think, pulled in a bunch of different directions over the weekend. Should stay on till 5 minutes past the top of the hour. I could stay on a little bit later. I don't think I want to get into another quest is all. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to go back and watch the first little bit with everybody of this morning stream. And the reason why is actually that I rolled a 100 today on my gold roll. I now have a semi-interesting / annoying problem. I got my fast white stallion. So now between my fast unicorn, my black unicorn, my Borderlands, my Bone Devil mount, and my midnight stallion, and now my fast buckskin horse, and the hardcore server horse, I now have every horse except for the random loot gens, but I filled up my bag. My bag doesn't get any bigger. This bag is too small now. Yeah, I'm using the dragon gem right now for giggles. I don't hate it. I certainly don't love it. I kind of actually like the hopeful one instead, but yeah, I don't think we're going back to a quarter stack build next life somehow. I don't know what exactly it's going to be, but if I had taken the favored weapon quarterstaff thing instead of the sickle for the luck, I would probably have died at least one other time, but because I've used this at least a handful of times to stay alive. But man, I think the damage would be sick. Seems pretty good. Alright, what else do we want to talk about? What else do we want to talk about? Look at the enhancements again. I think they're pretty much where we want them to be. Quarterstaff, Poison, Alchemist, Rogue. I think any of the Alchemist builds I want to save for Iconic Lives. Plus, we're going to be shifters. We have our 3 shifter lives to do. So I kind of want to... I want to encapsulate the shifter stuff. I haven't looked at the shifter stuff at all yet. Really. So you get Spot and Dexterity. Spot's cool. I like Spot. I'm not a huge Dexterity guy, but I like Spot. Alright, so you can pick a selector, and I assume that that's a unique thing, so you can't use it and a Warlock thing at the same time. "12 Fighter, 8 Rogue, Shifter, Stick" would be good. start making my list. Oh, Remy's chair, get out of the way. See, what's left over from last? Alright, what's left over from last time? A Sork 80k. I don't think that would go particularly well. A melee Artie. Alright, let's clear these. So let's get the 12-8 fighter rogue. Let's see. A shifter monk. That sounds fun to me. Alright, so we have Beast Hide Shifter, which is passive con, giving you 4 rage to armor class and constitution, and 2 to fortitude saves, and -2 to wisdom. When the form in okay, so it's not a stance, it is a rage. Does this get improved like rages do? Shifting is very similar to Barbarian Rage and such. It prevents the use of precision and defensive stances. Which means it doesn't stack with Rage. Or the rage increases. Alright, or it can be the Wild Hunt Shifter, which gives rage to dexterity and wisdom, 2 to bonus to will saves, -2 to strength. So you could do... But shifting prevents spell casting. What is this thing? What is this thing? So passive a charisma or a wisdom, rage / shift to get a rage bonus to AC and con or to wisdom and dexterity. But neither people are allowed to cast. But neither side is allowed to cast. Weird. Okay. See, you get some extra rages, but it does say you use rages to activate your shifting, so you can use the rages to get extra shifts. Okay, that's okay. A physical stat, more rage, more physical stat, regenerate shifts. It's cool. Alright, bud, have a good one. You could do a Wisdom Bear Shifter and cast, or Destruction Domain Cleric. Interesting. Tier 1, brutal fighting, spot listen, the rages last longer. So it's a barbarian thing. Does these increasing stack with your barbarian so you can do one or the other? So like you could barbarian rage but get the extra bonuses to these? Like hardy shifting. I wonder. Let's see. You can get more PRR while raging, or you can get more dodge while raging. Those seems good.
You seem confused, buddy.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what the decisions are. That's all.
The enhancements that affect rage in the druid and the barbarian tree affect the shift as well.
Okay.
You have like +6 con while raging, and you shift, you get that +6 con.
Okay. Then you can howl to give everyone a bonus to MMR PRR or to saving throws. The defensive one seems much better. Like the Beast Hide howl or the Beast Hide version.
Yeah. The base race is actually very good. The iconic is kind of poopy.
You get Maul for free. That's cool.
Yep. Which is why a lot of people are talking about shifter tanks, because you get the second intim
Oh, I haven't got that far yet.
rage.
Could be cool.
Well, Maul is an intim.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I knew that. If you strike the target.
Well, yeah, but like raid tanking.
This is cool. Racial augment summoning. Kind of like that.
Pick out like the worst ability in the tree and fall in love with it.
Factual. I'm trying to figure out how to make this thing to a caster, man.
Destruction Domain Cleric. That's your best bet. I don't know what else it does, but the level 2 ability is you can cast while raged.
Oh, that's hilarious. When you Beast Tide says when you howl, enemies take -2 to attack plus an extra -2. That seems bad. Can't imagine monsters actually. The -2 to
Missing
attack
you?
does anything, huh?
You can't imagine monsters missing you in combat.
That too. And then you get a racial favorite enemy. That's kind of cool as well.
If you're a tank with like a 500 armor class, and it might be okay, but probably not worth it.
Yeah. And then you get while raging 20% to threat. That's good.
Yep.
5% quality to your maximum hit points. That seems good.
Yep.
Yeah, I could
That's
see where people are.
requirement for a tank race.
Yeah, I could see people like trying to do something with it as a tank.
Yep. And one of the shifts gives you a constitution bonus, right?
Yeah, the first one I think. Yeah, the first one in tier. No, I'm a liar. Yeah. Never mind. The tank one gives you the thing. Shifters usually are quote and caps very good end quote at fighting. That's hilarious.
Then when you're done, go look at the Razor Claw shifter, the iconic, and you'll just be like, ew. Doesn't do anything good.
But it's got that sweet Razor Claw attack, right?
It has the pounce attack, which is like a leap, it's kind of like what is that called? Spring attack.
Okay.
But other than that, basically its whole tree is devoted to making you be okay with hand wraps while precluding you from being a monk.
That's fine. Ish, sort of, kinda. Passive to strength. That seems good. Then your strength and dexterity during your rage.
Yeah, the passive and the cores in all of the shifter is good, both Razor Claw and regular.
And then you get a stance that gives +1 to attack and damage with melee per stack. That seems good. I don't know how it compares with some of the other iconic stances, but it seems okay. More rage. Yeah, the core tree seems the same. Tier 1. +1, 2, or 3 to attack with hand wraps.
Does not damage, attack.
Yep, that seems funny. While raging with hand wraps, you bypass piercing and slashing DR. That could be surprisingly good.
Yep.
some natural armor. +2 to attack action boost to your allies. Depending if that like triggers off the other things, like being under effect of an action boost, that could be kind of cool.
If somebody clicks the purple Dragonite past life, do you get the effects of being under the effect of an action
I
boost?
don't actually know, to be honest.
Because it works exactly the same as that.
I would have to look. You are probably more likely to know the answer to that question than me.
I feel like no. I've never noticed it before anyway.
So like if someone was human and did that and had like the get the extra 2 to your charisma or whatever.
For instance, like my prowess set, which says when you activate an action boost, blah blah blah.
Right.
It doesn't go off.
But the difference is that the action surge whatever says like under the effect of an action boost, where the prowess set says when you activate a prowess boost, right?
Yes.
So one is saying when you do it, the other one says when you're under the effect of. I don't know. It might be kind of niche. And then, like you said, the shred attack, which is the wolf attack. So it's medium. It's not my.
Magic Fang's really good, but I think the base race gets that.
Yeah, both races get Magic Fang.
Magic Fang could be better than Deadly Weapons, depending.
Oh yeah, like and because it goes up by your race, right? So you're gonna get
Yep.
1, 5, etc. Except you have to. It's only natural weapons.
You count as natural weapon though.
Well, you will for your stuff, but I mean for like giving it to others. Unlike Deadly, I could cast on you while you're a barbarian and doing stuff. You know, it'd be really crazy if I like fall in love with this shifter class or shifter race, and then I'm just like, let's play shifter tanks on the hardcore, baby.
That would be fine. ASMR's gonna be better though.
That's
what I was talking at the lab.
The
like,
ability to heal somebody else
ASMR
is always better.
Yeah. What I was saying to him, like, Shifter is clearly competitive with like Dragonborn, Tiefling, and Half-Orc, which I also feel are premium level races. Like they're the best.
Yeah, they're
human also.
They're 1.5.
And PvK. So I feel like ASMR is like S tier.
Yeah.
And like everything else is like A.
Yeah,
So like it's a defensible choice to make for your character, but it's not, you know, ASMR is clearly the best choice for almost every character type.
except for warlocks. And probably a couple other things. Huh?
Why not warlocks?
Because you don't get to use your lay on hands thing if you have your pack turned on. They're exclusive to each other.
Oh, okay. That's dumb. They should have made one of them not work that way.
I agree. I
should
did.
have made the celestial one be like, you can use this and this.
Yeah, I did not like that when I discovered it. I was a little annoyed. Destructive shifting's kind of cool. You get improved destructions when you're under your shift or your rage, +2 damage with hand wraps, and extra trip. No, you just auto trip enemies on a Vorpal.
If you're playing hand wraps and not playing a monk, you basically have to take everything in the tree that says hand wrap.
Probably. But you get to run around and look cool.
No, the attack looks really lame.
I hope
like,
it looks...
I'm gonna scratch your bicep.
Oh,
Scratch ya.
I haven't looked at it yet. I'm kind of excited to check them out at some point, but not yet. Offhand attacks, getting extra double strike is good, and extra chance to make offhand attacks. It seems okay.
But again, that's because the only place to get that is monk or ranger.
Yeah. Then you have a rush forward. Oh, that's the pounce you were talking about. Is that enough to almost be like a leap, but not quite? It's like...
It is functionally identical to just like shield charge. However, it graphically like makes you go up in the air and you will like bonk your head on the ceiling sometimes.
Okay.
So it's like spring attack. So you have to have an enemy on-screen targeted to be
Sure.
able to use it.
It's like the one for the paladin that I've been using.
Yeah.
Except instead, they
Shield
lead the
rush or
charge.
whatever it is.
But instead of going basically straight and it kind of tries to path it to you, it puts you up in the air and...
It also, like Spring Attack, I don't know if you've used Spring Attack since they changed it, it has a set distance. So it doesn't like stop when it gets to the guy. If you're like too close, it'll jump over him.
Yeah, the same thing with this thing. Yeah, they're all kind of the same. Although, I don't...
Well, some of them, like Dire Charge, the epic one, will stop when you run into an enemy.
Okay. Yeah, no, I shoot past things all the time with the other one. Sometimes you'll stop if it lands its attack and stuns the enemy. It'll stop you, but most of the time it doesn't. And then you get +2 saves to enchantment, illusion, immunity, purification, and +10 to spot. Could this be a rogue, like a 2-weapon fighting sneak, like assassin-y rogue thing, maybe too? Although that seems really odd.
It could be, but Vistani already exists and is already good.
That's
as a
also,
rogue.
also fair. Yeah, I don't know. Take all of it? This, Vistani, rogue, assassin.
Well, you can't Vistani and hand wrap.
No,
So
I don't
it's
think you
all
hand wrap. I
pairs.
think you just in that world. I think you just dagger, right?
It would be fine.
Yeah, you just dagger and you take stuff like
Yeah,
the
you could
shred.
dex
Oh wait, no,
dagger
it does
or
require your hand wraps to be on. But like you get your pounce, you get your offhand attacks increased.
But if you're doing that, the base race would be better. 'Cause you
Yeah,
get
I'm
dex
not
instead
necessarily
of
saying
strength.
not necessarily saying which like one versus the other right now, but you're probably correct. Going the dexterity rage
Yeah.
could be interesting. I do like that you have all the physical stats in the core, so you can pick up +2 to your physical stats in the core.
Yeah.
They don't make you pick different ones, hopefully, or force you to pick the same one or anything weird like that,
No.
which
It's
they
not
have
really
done.
flexible that way as well. You can pick any three. that
See,
have
and
some
Maul
stats.
just says you have to have a melee weapon. Period. It doesn't have to be the hand wraps. Yeah,
Right.
the base
Well,
race is
But
probably
you get
fine.
Maul on the base race.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the base rates again. Plus, the base rate gives you that sweet augment summoning power.
Buff Elleries.
And then you could do because the defensive one gives you lesser displacement when you activate it at tier 4. That could be okay. I don't think it's good unless it stacks with other versions of lesser displacement, which I imagine it does not.
There's an augment that does that. Did you know that? It gives you 5% displacement that stacks with all those sources of displacement.
It must be really high up.
It's just an augment. They're all the same. Or not an augment. Filigree. I'm sorry.
Oh, filigree. I think I did know that. Yeah, I think I read that somewhere.
Yeah, I misspoke. I apologize.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. He said I can see a quarterstaff build, like a
Oh, yeah.
wisdom-based quarterstaff build.
I'll probably do it as Shurikens. It won't have as good of attack angle as the
Like a
but it
halfling or a
should
short
be-
race.
But it should be just as much damage.
Yeah. Maybe even more, right? Depending on how the rage thing works out.
Yeah, it could be.
Like you can boost your dex
It's
up just a little bit higher.
Well, like 99 is like the number you want to hit, so it makes it a lot easier to get that on like a
Earlier.
non-completionist style character.
Yeah. And just earlier too, right?
Yeah,
So.
but
Yeah,
not
no.
really, because like the way the gear works, like you wear level 15 gear till you're 29.
Yeah.
Theoretically, you're correct, but not really.
I don't know. Yeah, no, interesting. It's interesting. We'll have to see. Like I said we'll start taking suggestions over the next couple couple of days and see what trickles out, and maybe we'll be ready to TR by Monday.
Maybe you should do some sort of a melee-based destruction domain cleric that casts spells also while raging. You do like wisdom-based. That would be interesting.
Alright, we'll write it down. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
You do like
I don't mind the idea of trying it out for sure. Especially
if
on
it'd
these
be
ones
good.
that just go to 1 to 20. I feel like
I
I can
have no
always
idea if
take
it's
anything to 1 to 20.
It's probably worse than what you just played.
Well, probably. I thought this played really nicely.
Yeah.
Like, I never felt like out of the, like I was in a difficult spot or anything, you know? Like, the damage felt pretty reasonable pretty much all the way through.
I think you could have also done your enhancements different and been like way tanky, right? Like you get all the same feats, but instead take like top tier Enlightened Spirit and the defensive Paladin tree. You could have had like 1,500 hit points and like a crap ton of PRR and a bunch of temporary hit points.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
You would have done way less damage clearly, but you'd been like super tank guy.
yeah. I also think that it would have been nice to grab these extra lay on hands.
Maybe play around with the enhancements before you TR and like try and make it a tank to see if that's like a viable thing for hardcore.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. Because having the aura ticking off, especially if you can like boost your con way high and the Sacred Defender stuff through the stance and the tree, it could be really good. Because like right now, I think we're doing something like what 40 some. 41 right now is our current temporary hit points from Brilliance. So, yeah, we'll take a look at it. Reset the Knight of the Chalice and maybe the Enlightened Spirit tree a little bit.
Yeah, just go up to like 4th level on the Paladin defense tree to get that 20% hit point boost. And the plus to calm.
Yeah.
So you can get like the plus
The main
6 or 8.
the main thing is all the way up at the tier 5 up here. I don't think there's anything that really,
In Enlightened Spirit.
yeah, Enlightened Spirit that
Maybe
blows your
not.
skirt up.
Maybe
So
not.
it would almost be as easy if you could trim a little bit out of the Fade Arc Illusionist and get up there a little bit. Like you don't have to have been light if you have some other place that gives you displacement or blur. This You've Got My Back though is pretty good. I do really like when I cast Shield, I get that extra 10 MMR or PRR. And if I had room, I would even take the other one. Like if I didn't want jump, I would also take into the Warlock tree. I guess I can just look. Night Shield. Like I would take them
yeah,
both.
Night Shield's good.
Yeah, I'd take them both to get the plus 10 to the MMR and PRR.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're walking around at 95 and 46 with a two-handed fighting build.
I mean, you have heavy armor, but still pretty good for.
I do. Well, but like the Fey Buckler, for example, though, it was getting to 100 and I want to say 111 around the same level range, but that was in the Paladin or in the fighter build, in the stance with the shield. You know what I mean? So like it feels not that far behind, and you could, like I said, you could pick up more hit points, I think, along the way. And then also last level I took Charisma to Will saves. Finally,
I bet that's good.
I don't know, I immediately failed my first hold person save that I think I encountered and then almost died. But it's probably, I mean, my will save's at 60 now. It's been a long time since my will save has been my good save. You know what I mean?
Yep. It feels good having charisma-based paladin. Like I said, my
Yeah, it does.
charisma paladin in-game, my saves were like 135, 112, 135, or something stupid. Like
Yeah, that mean that just it's got to feel ridiculous. So, yeah, I can see taking these more lay on hands. I bet you could just tweak. So remember with the fighter stuff in the Fey Buckler tree, I really squeeze in that defensive stuff for not very many points.
Yeah.
And you could be kind of the equivalent, right? So, how many points
There's
do I
a
actually
lot
have?
of low-hanging fruit in the defensive paladin tree that you could grab instead of Enlightened Spirit stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's trying to do the light stuff, you know?
Right.
So I went as about as light as I feel like I could get away and still have brilliance. And then I was like, spiritual retribution just seems right what we're trying to do with this build. With like, get the extra light damage on attack.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like in the theme. But let me see. Stalwart Defender, I have 13 action points. So toughness, stalwart defense, durable defense 3, defensive mastery 3, resilient defense, and hardy defense. So I bet you I'll still have close to enough wiggle room points that I could make it work. Especially if I like shaved out this 3 points from spiritual retribution. If I shaved out something, I don't know what up here. I feel like this Knight of the Chalice is pretty much where it wants to be if you want the tier 5 stuff. Like you can do away without the ascendancy, the extra 2 damage to attack and damage. But that's 4 with favored weapons and an extra 15% forward bypass. Oh, I don't know. It's close.
Yeah, no, you want that stuff on tier 5.
Yeah, it all seems really good. So it seems unlikely that I would really be able to free that, unfortunately. But I bet you we could find 13 points to put over here somehow. I don't know. It does seem really close. We spent 85 of our points already.
Yeah, I feel like the points that you have, I don't know what they're called, but the Enlightened Spirit, the second one from the left, like
The Tainted Scholar?
You have to do like, no, Enlightened Spirit.
Okay.
They each cost 3, and they require the one below it to go up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those are probably not good.
Well,
I
so...
know it's on theme, I understand that.
So,
But
the
they're
first
probably
one...
worse
the
than the Sacred Defender.
I don't know if that's right, because the first one here is 15 hit points. The second one is 10 MMR. The next one is 10... Or, sorry, PRR then MMR. Right? So, like, that's a big chunk of our defenses. I honestly never use this Eldritch Burst. That could come out and be moved someplace. And then, like I said, the Spiritual Retribution could come out and not be on theme. So I think I could shave, but you still gotta get to 20 if you want to get Brilliance, which I think is the reason you do this build.
Yeah.
So, even if I cut this really hard, plus I think you also want to have Shape Vestments if you're going to go that deep. That's another 10 hit points, 5 MMR, even more if you're in bigger armor. So, in fact, I may actually be hurting myself by not wearing
you
the medium.
also, like, I'm theorizing this based on being at 20. So
Yeah.
there's eight points that you have that you're not getting to use.
Right, which is what I'm saying. Like, with those 8, 9, 10, like, it's possible those 10 points, that'll translate into 11 points over here, that I could shave a couple of points. Again, like I said, I could take out the Blend Light, that's 2 more points
Yeah.
that could move over there. So that's the 15 points that we need to kind of get the Sacred Defender stuff at 20. It's possible that you could do it all. I don't know for a fact, but someone could like I'll try it.
Well, the Paladin stance doesn't stack with epic defensive fighting. So you really only need to get to tier 3 in the Paladin, and you would take the con instead of the hit point boost.
Correct.
If you're going past
Correct.
Going past 21.
Well, again, the reason why you do the con is so you could also get the brilliance bonus.
Well, it's just double good.
Yeah, sure.
Doubles up.
Yeah. But yeah, you pick up 6-tier Constitution score, which also means that you're getting 12 extra hit points every time it ticks off after level 20. Or is it triple? It's it doubles at level 20. So instead of, say, 45 or whatever, you'd be getting 60 almost. Or maybe even, probably even higher by then.
Well, 45 doubled is 90.
You know what? I just try to add the non-double to the doubled. Yeah, so you're probably very near 100 extra temporary hit points every 4 seconds.
Well, plus you'd have better gear. You know what I mean?
Right.
At cap, you're going to have a 90.
Well, that's just it. At cap, it's going to be insane. Like, I think at cap on the hardcore server, I was standing next to somebody and they were hitting me for like 250.
Well, that's what I mean. You're going to have a 90 constitution if you're geared properly.
Yeah. So it could get pretty gross. Plus, you put in, depending on your enhancement tree, stuff like that, or your epic destiny, you can get away with some stuff. Anyway, speaking of getting away with some stuff, I think I've filled my 5 minutes past, so Talab can go back to work. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here. Thanks very much for spending a little bit of time with us today, everybody. I really appreciate it. Patreon.com/Samus if you'd like to help us out financially. That's a great way to do it. If you'd like to help us out, thanks, Slab. If you would like to help us out, but you don't have the funds to help us out financially, go to youtube.com/SamusGarobo. Subscribe over there. Interact with some of those videos. It's a great way to help the stream out for free. We are trying to get to that monetization point on the YouTube side. We really appreciate your guys' help for that as well. Alright, everybody, peace, much love. We'll hopefully see you in the morning. Depending on all the shenanigans shaking out over the next 48 hours, my plan is to be here, but things are kind of up in the air, so we'll just have to wait and see. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys hopefully in, I don't know, 9 hours or so. Toodles.